stay fly.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Adrian Nyce. Welcome to another episode of Mouthin Out. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We got a new guest in the hot seat.
Young Smurrf, man.
Young Smurrf in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's good, buddy?
What's good, man? I'm glad to be here, man.
Thank you for joining us. Like I said when y'all first walked in, thank y'all for taking the time out y'all's day to come see me over here at Mouthin Out.
Of course,
You know
of
what I'm
course,
saying?
of course.
Okay, so let's start off with the name. I always start up with the name. How did you get the name? Where did this come about?
Okay, so when I was younger, I would like my teammates and everybody called me Papa Smurf because I was always the shortest basketball player. You feel me on the team?
Oh, yeah. Mm.
So I was a point guard, and I kind of just it kind of just stuck. And then when I started doing music, I just ran with it, and I was already really kind of rolling with it just when I was just out and about and stuff like that. Like kind of after college, I kind of kept the nickname, so I was like, might as well. And then just recently we added Young to it. You know what I mean? So I needed some separation between Papa Smurf, you feel me, and of course, obviously the cartoon.
Facts.
And
that's true.
and just now kind of create my own lane.
I mean, y'all could have rolled with that, did a little Papa Smurf logo. Or I'm sure, has that been like when you first, so you said you went by Papa Smurf?
Yeah, it was Papa Smurf.
So was that like the original kind of idea to maybe like play off of that, or you just immediately was like, nah, let's.
Yeah, no, most definitely. We definitely had talks and stuff about like different kind of caricatures and different things like that. And I kind of did a little bit of it with my character, with my cartoon character that we did have created.
Is that your logo on the Instagram? Or
yeah, that's my logo.
Instagram?
Yeah, that's my logo.
Okay. But we went with Young, goddammit. We
yes,
different
sir.
out
Yes,
here.
sir. Gotta switch it up.
Right. So let's talk about your background, man. Where are you from? Where were you born?
Okay. I was born at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, in Beverly Hills, and I was born and raised in LA, man. Up until really I was like 14 years old, and then my parents they moved us out to the IE.
Okay.
So got a little bit of that suburban life too.
Facts. No, that's what's up, man. You got to experience every single culture out here, goddamn.
A little mix. A perfect little mix.
Okay, so in your household, what was that like? Did your parents play music at all? Were they in the industry at all, or how did?
Oh man, my family is like crazy musically inclined. I come from a family background that's like church music, you know what I mean?
Everybody grows
music,
up in the church.
You know what I mean? Just different things like that. So I was in the kids choir when I was younger.
Nice.
I look back at tapes and I know I suck. You know what I mean?
But your parents still threw you in there.
I wasn't really a singer like that. You know what I mean? I kind of got my jig and just made it work. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, but yeah, it was lovely, man. My pops, which is also my manager, Glizzo.
In the building?
In the building, yes, sir. He had his stint in the industry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even as a manager and different things of that nature.
Nice.
But just family life, we end up having a whole lot of kids. So, so that kind of,
life happens,
he had to go to work. So now it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? That music kind of fell upon me.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of able to do it, now, and now he gets to enjoy it.
Exactly.
Well, you know what I mean?
So you got siblings?
Oh yeah,
brothers, sisters.
I got 2 twin brothers.
2 twin brothers.
They're fraternal though. They don't
okay, I was about to say like, dang.
Yeah.
3 y'all walking around.
But so I got twin brothers, and then I got 2 older sisters.
2 older sisters. Are they in music at all, or is it just you that's kind of?
Well, they both kind of sing.
Okay.
They both kind of sing,
but they're not like.
And but nobody's
pursuing.
Nobody's pursuing music right now. I kind of came out the blue like with this, and now my family is just everybody's like, where did this even come from? So and that's everybody's excited though.
That's kind of the next question. Like, okay, so we got Pops. He's the manager. He's been in the industry a little bit. So how did you kind of fall into music though? So I mean, You said you grew up in a church, but like, were your friends kind of were they doing music, and then you just started?
Well, really, it's my older cousins. My older cousins,
Got
they've
you.
been doing music for years and years and years. They have a label from another breed,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I originally started. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So I got my feet wet with them, and then my big cousin Boogie Brain, he took me in, and then my other cousin Campo, he was the engineer, so he kind of helped me find my sound. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
before, like pre-pandemic, we actually got a whole little compound in San Dimas,
Mm.
and all of us kind of just pitched in, Glizzo included, and we went in there and we just started knocking out songs, man,
Went ham.
and went ham. And that was kind of like where I I started to gain a love for it. At first, it was kind of just a hobby, and
Yeah.
I hit up my cousin like, "But like, hey man, can I come over to the studio, man? Or, I got something down that I kind of want to lay." And he was like open arms, came and then knocked out like my first couple songs, and I was excited about him.
Yeah.
He thought it was good. I showed my pops, and he was like, "It's not it."
Oh, we gotta
It was
go back
like,
in there,
quick,
put some
it's
more
not
work
it.
in.
It's not it. So, you know what I
But you
mean?
gotta,
That
everybody
kind of,
starts.
yeah,
somewhere.
but it just made me go harder. You know what I mean? My dad he's coached me all my life through hoop and
Yeah.
athletics and stuff like that. So that builds character, though. You need that. You don't
Facts.
need no yes men around you. You know what I
Facts.
mean? You don't get nowhere with yes men.
That's a fact.
So
Fact. 100%. Okay, so we got management. We got an agent. Are you signed with like a label, independent label, or anything like that, or
uh,
not at the moment?
we actually have our own label,
Oh, you got your own label.
New School Records.
So are you signed to yourself, or is it? Are you independent?
We're independent. I'm independent.
Okay, but you own the label.
Yeah,
and you signed
we're an
it.
independent label.
Got you. Okay.
So I'm still independent. And we kind of building up like a crazy powerhouse team, and just trying to take stuff by storm. We linked up with a producer called Scotty,
Mhm.
and he wears a helmet. You know what I mean? He got a cool
Yes,
little
I
gimmick. I
saw,
think
buddy.
yeah.
At
You
the,
saw him. And but his
is
talent
he a real?
is unmatched.
Is
Though.
he a real human?
I don't even know. I don't
Is
think
he
he's
a
real.
real human? He's got the.
I don't even know.
Maybe he's a robot or
Yeah,
a.
he might
You
be
know.
extraterrestrial. He might be
For real,
extraterrestrial.
just to tap on him a little bit. Does he ever take the helmet off?
Rarely.
Really? Have you? Well, you've seen
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I've
Okay.
seen him. I've seen him with his helmet
Just
on.
that's what we'll get him in here. You know, another day we'll have that discussion. But
Yeah.
so you said you building a powerhouse team of producers. We signing artists too.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Is there like a particular sound, or are you open to like all types of? Once that hurdle
I'm
comes?
open to original. I feel like we're all open to original. We trying to create a new wave to where it's not really you don't gotta fit a certain way. You know what I mean? If your music is hot, your music is hot.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And it's not really I hate everybody trying to fall in line with what's being put out. You know what I mean? It's just getting oversaturated and honestly, like I'm tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? I want to hear some new stuff. So anytime
sure.
I'm around or I catch somebody that's hot and they got a different sound, you know what I mean? I want to chop it up with them and you know what I mean? And I really learn from a lot of others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just from how people work and even with my cadences and different things like that. Being around other creatives that been doing this for a long time, you know what I mean? It really makes me go harder and makes me learn.
So are you
better at my craft?
Are you open to like other types of deals from bigger labels, bigger entities, stuff like that, partnerships and stuff like that?
Oh man, whatever makes sense, man. As long as it makes sense. You know what I mean? Me and my team will talk about it, and if it makes sense, then that's what it'll be. We'll handle it from there.
Do you know what an elevator pitch is?
An elevator pitch?
Yeah.
I've heard of that
All right.
phrase, but no,
so basically, I'm gonna break it down. So basically, what I'm about to do, what you're about to do, is I'm gonna paint the scenario, right?
Okay.
And so within this scenario, I'm gonna have you pitch yourself, your brand, your label to these bigger label executives on why they should do business with you.
Okay.
Okay, and you have 1 minute to do so.
Easy call.
All right. So here's the scenario. Here's the picture. So boom, we're in a big skyscraper-looking building. Official.
Right,
We're at the top floor.
Right.
Top floor. We all about to get in this elevator, okay? Who's in this elevator? I'm in this elevator. You're in this elevator. We got, I don't know, Jay-Z Rock Nation in the elevator. OVO's in there. Bad Boys in there. The who's in there. Anybody, they in there. You got 1 minute while we on this elevator to talk to them, pitch to them on why they should fuck with you and your brand. Ready? Go.
All right. What you guys are gonna get from me is you're not really gonna get it from elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of people that's coming into this game and coming into this industry are coming in with a set perspective and trying to find a way to fit in.
Mm,
I've never really been that type.
mm.
I don't want to fit in. I've never tried to fit in. I've always walked in my own shoes. You know
Doing
what
your
I
own
mean? I
thing.
kind
Yeah.
of do my own thing, and I don't care about opinions too much. You know what I mean? You're gonna get a hard worker every day. I come from sports. You feel me? So that's
Strong work ethic.
that strong work ethic. You know what I mean? And my pops raised me just like that. You know what I mean? Every day, work hard, go hard at what you want to do. And if you want to work for yourself, and you're saying you want to be for yourself, then you gotta every day you gotta go harder than you would at a 9 to 5.
Times
You know
10.
what I mean? So what you getting with me is a powerhouse. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And
sir.
great energy. I'm always coming with great energy, positive vibes. The whole team is on the same page, and we got a whole lot of creatives on the team that's just out of this world. And I feel like we just got a lot of stuff that the world needs to see and the world needs to hear.
All right. Okay, there you have it. And just in case any of them, come across this interview, we might clip this, send this out to a couple of people. How can they tap in with you? What's your Instagram? What's your social? You can drop an email too if you want.
My Instagram is Young Smurrf. Everything is pretty much Young Smurrf. You can find me on YouTube, Young Smurrf. Instagram, I don't have a Twitter at the moment. I'm probably get a couple more socials. But and then Young Smurrf Management.
Okay,
Young
here we go.
Smurrf Management at gmail.com. And New School Management.
Okay.
So
There you have it.
there you go.
Y'all tap in with them. Strong
That's
work
that's
ethic,
pretty much
goddammit.
everything.
That's what we need. Hard work beats talent any day. All right. So for those of my audience who have yet to hear your sound, yet to hear your music, how would you describe your sound to them in words?
It's funny because when a lot of people hear my music, they say they never really. It's not a sound that they've heard before, but what I've been compared to kind of is like the Roddy Riches of the world.
Okay.
Just like melodic rap. A lot of the melodic rappers, but I'm not. It's not popcorn music though. It's not popcorn machine music. You know what I mean? We really got we got content. You know what I mean? We talking about something. I'm not just in the booth, just you know what I mean, trying to rhyme words.
So would you call yourself a rapper or a singer?
I'm like a little mixture of both. I could hold a note.
I always ask.
You know but what I can say, I sound like what my music sounds like.
Okay.
It's not machine.
It's not fake. Got you.
So when you guys hear me in my concerts, upcoming events and shows, everything it'll be displayed.
Do you think they need to create like a new category for like melodic style of music versus it's rapper singing? Or
I don't feel like they need to create anything. I feel like as creatives, we got to create our own lane. You know what I mean? Nobody is.
Well, I guess I mean like. So look, Young Smurrf, you up there for a Grammy? You know what I'm saying? You know how they have the little categories like, but it's very specific.
Right. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? You think no?
I don't know, man, because that's where it kind of gets kind of tricky. Because then somebody would be like, well, let's create a genre for the kind of music I'm making. You know what I mean? Just like you can't really do that. I feel like it's base genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And within those base genres of music, you have different alternatives. You know what I mean?
Right.
And stuff that's kind of outside the box. It's not right on it, but it fits right in.
Right.
Like how Drake came in the game and just killed the industry.
You're right.
You know what? Like what he's doing, nobody was doing that before him.
That's true.
You know, like he's not really singing. He's not really rapping. It's like an in between. You know what I mean? So just different things like that. He kind of, and I feel like Drake is one of the ones that paved the way for something different.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? He changed up the rap game tremendously.
For sure. Still in it till
still
this day.
doing it. You know, so
one of the biggest and one of the best.
Yeah.
For sure.
Walking legend for real.
Okay, so I see we got this trucker hat on top of your head. What's this all
sir,
about?
yes,
Whole
sir.
Pound team member. What is
Whole
this?
Pound. Okay, so the basis around Whole Pounds is that we're not settling for anything, man. We coming for the whole pound. We don't need no QP, no eighth, nothing like that, man. We hitting the ground running. My pops He really came up with the whole thing, Glizzo.
Fire.
And the creative side of it, you know, and I kind of just put my trust in him as far as merch goes and things of that nature because he's been doing it for years, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I've seen how hard he work, and I've seen the creativity and things of that nature. So when my pops say anything, Glizzo say anything, man, it's a go.
So where can we purchase these? Where can we get these? Is it only exclusive at shows, or is it at a website, or do they just tap in with management? Or
We dropping real soon.
Okay.
So just stay on the lookout.
Okay.
You know, it might even be here before this is put out.
Oh.
But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, man.
Go ahead and let me cop one.
And this is not it. This is not it. You know, we're gonna have a whole lot more to it. We starting off with the hats, but we got a whole lot of ideas and just prototypes and things that we made that we got in back stock. So we're gonna get these out 1st and we're gonna get this pushing. But I feel like everybody will be excited for what's to come as far as merch wise.
So we got the visuals out too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your most recent music video that's dropped?
The most recent one is West Side Playground.
Yes, sir.
West Side Playground dropped about, what was it, like a month ago? 2 months ago? 2 months ago.
Views going crazy.
Yeah. The
views
The views blew out the water with this one. I had to give a lot of thanks to PD the shooter. He had a great vision with it as well, along with our vision. Kind of everything was kind of unorthodox, but we put it together though.
Can you kind of just quickly like break down the scenes, like the concept of the video, everything like that?
So basically, the concept of this video was just showing a story about just everyday. It's really like everyday individuals trying to get out their situation. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us as like young black men, especially growing up in poverty and things of that nature, we just do things to survive, man, and that's really what it is, you know. So I'm kind of just telling a story through that, and but letting people know it's another way. It's not just one way, you know what I mean? It's not just drugs. It's not just it's not that. By any means, do what you got to do to survive. You know what I mean? But we trying to walk on the positive line, you know what I mean, and show the black youth that it's other ways to do this, you know what I mean, and you got to hone in on your craft and what you love, and just move in a positive direction, man, and things will always work out better, staying in the light.
Do we got another music video coming soon? Or?
Oh yeah. We got a few little projects on the way. Right now,
are the singles already out for? I guess the next one that's about to drop.
Well, I just dropped another tape. I just dropped a surprise tape, Smurf World.
Smurf World.
We just had an EP release party in Hollywood, probably a couple weeks ago, and it did pretty well, man. We did pretty well. I'm liking the feedback from the tape. We put a lot of hard work into the tape. A lot of the songs I did with my brothers from another breed. You know what I mean, my cousins, and I feel like it was a solid tape, but it was really just a teaser. I kind of just wanted to throw it out there, just like and see what it does before we really lock in. And
how many songs are
drop?
Just
4.
Just 4. Okay. Yeah. So if you had to send, and it's all on all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere. Go stream it everywhere. Smurf World.
If you had to suggest one song, like if people they looked you up, they took the time to look you up, but they only had a chance to listen to one song, which song on there would you suggest they listen to?
Smurf World.
Smurf World.
Which is that the first one? That's the first track.
Okay.
Yeah. That's, man, that was, if you're not moving when you listen to that song, something wrong. It's jiggy, man. It's just boppy and jiggy, and it's just good vibes, good energy, man. So y'all go check it out.
Yeah.
I guarantee you,
run the streams
you're
up.
not gonna be disappointed.
So what's next for you? What's next? Are we preparing for an album? Are we preparing for what's next? Shows? What's up?
Well, kind of right now I'm in a time period where we kind of just putting everything together for the end of the year for these last couple quarters. But major music is gonna be on the way. I have a few collabs and different things to some artists that that's out there, you know what I mean, and on their way too. So a couple surprise features and stuff coming on a few songs and a few tracks. I got a couple projects coming with a few different producers, and And shows for sure coming up. I got a show in September. That's the one that's locked in right now. Major show with some other reggaeton artists and different things of that nature.
So let me
So
let me ask you this. So we just, the whole last year, everything was shut down basically,
right,
especially here in LA.
right.
So, stuff starting to open back up. But yesterday, they,
They just implemented something else,
yeah,
man.
like, how does that make you feel? Do you think that we're about to go back on a short lockdown, or you think it's just,
The,
what you think?
I don't feel like it's gonna go back to what it
I
was.
hope not.
But regardless of that, we've set plans in place and we've been having things moving in the background to prepare for this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So everybody knows a possibility that this could happen again. So I feel like as an artist and as a creative, you got to prepare and be ready to still put on the show, still perform, still do
Facts.
whatever you got to do to keep the crowd and the fans engaged when they can't see you at a show. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
how did that affect you when COVID first hit? How did that affect, like, the way you moved, the way you marketed your music? Like,
COVID disrupted a whole lot of stuff, man. We had a
oh,
compound, like I said, out in San Dimas that was
yeah.
like the fantasy factory, Rob Dyrdek's fantasy. It was
Dang.
everything we had. Man, we had basketball courts
Sheesh.
put in. We had a full blown workout facility. We had I don't even like to talk about it, man. But listen, it was great things, and it was great while it lasted, and it motivated me. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Losing that motivated me more than gaining it.
Mm.
You know, and it pushed me to go harder and kind of just figure it out. You know, there's
Mm-hmm.
no if you wait around or woe is me, lose out on money and you drop. It's nobody cares.
That's a fact.
Just put in the work.
Mm.
Nobody cares.
Bounce
You
back.
know, and that's something that I got a song coming out, and that's like one of the first lines in the verse. Just put in the work. It don't matter. Nobody cares.
Hey, let them know.
So it gotta be that. You just put in the work
Keep
and it's
going.
gonna show, man. Yo,
Okay.
whatever you do is gonna show. Whatever you working towards. If you're really working towards it, you're gonna see something
It's
from it.
gonna come.
When you stop or you get down, you're gonna end up back where you started.
Mm.
So
So okay, let me ask you this. So if you had the choice to choose anybody in the industry to get a feature from, money didn't matter. You pick and choose. They giving you that feature. Who we choosing?
oh, that's easy. Drake.
Drake, the biggest in the game.
That's all day.
Drake.
That's all day.
Dang, that shit gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that Drake, one of my favorite artists. He's one of the most consistent artists, man. There's
You're
no
right.
way you can't like him or say he's whack or he show proof. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Everything he do is hot, and he had a formula, and he ran with it.
Facts.
You know, and he
now
didn't
he's the
stop.
biggest. Okay, and to that same question, who, if you could go on tour with anybody in industry, who would you go on tour with? Now that's different. It's not just music. We got to talk about, we got the audience, we got the energy, stage presence. Who we choosing?
I love to go on tour with the baby.
The baby.
He's
Okay.
lit. The baby is lit, and I'm all about energy, and I
he
love it.
breeding that.
And I love it. I love the character play and all that, just energy,
sure.
just vibe, just jigging and enjoying yourself with your people, man. He really enjoys his people and just has a good time and focuses on him and his, you
Mhm.
know. And I like that. I really like that. And I kind of it's not a lot of rappers that is doing it like he's doing it, and his way. You know what I mean? So that's all of those kind of rappers that have taken the game and molded it to fit their agenda and what they're doing and have been successful with it. That's who I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the ones that's just trying to sign on to a label and be an artist. I don't want to just be an artist.
Hell no.
I'm gonna be acting. I want to act everything in entertainment.
So
You know.
We're gonna
So-
eventually get in these movies and stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's definitely the goal. Definitely the plan, man.
That's fire.
Because I just want to let y'all know, all the young kids out there, the film industry, it's a bag over there. It's a crazy bag over there. So don't just focus on music, man. just keep your eyes open and know that it's a whole lot of money out there and it's attainable to go get it.
All right. So I have two more segments. For the next one, it's called One Piece of Advice. So basically, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. How old are you? First off,
I'm 25, about to be 26 in September.
25, about to be 26. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Basically, you're going to give one piece of advice. It could be to a single person. It could be to a whole group. It could be an inanimate object. It could be anything. Okay. You're just going to give one piece of advice to that thing. All right. First, I would like for you to give one piece of advice to the world as a whole. One piece of advice to the entire world.
Advice.
As a whole.
Never let your situation keep you stagnant. That's what I would say. A lot of us get in situations and we get down about stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff not going right in life. Woe is me. You can't live life like that. There's no way you'll be successful.
Yeah.
Every single time I failed at anything I've done, I didn't even think about it after I was done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just a testament to how my parents raised me, man. And materialistic things are not what matters. You know, your loved ones is what matters, and being truly happy. Money definitely helps you be more happy. I'm definitely not that guy that's gonna say money can't make you happy. Yeah. Money definitely can make you happy for sure. Right. But you got to still have that balance and that base. It's not the only thing, man. And when it becomes the only thing, then that's when you're not happy.
Facts.
So just never let your situation determine where your end goal is.
I like that.
That's what I would say.
Okay, next, give one piece of advice since you were born over here in LA. You're very familiar with the scene in Hollywood and greater Los Angeles areas. For artists, coming over here, moving over here, trying to make it because, this is the place to be for them. Give some advice to them on what you think they should do, or just any advice to the new artists moving over here trying to make it in the industry.
I would say definitely this is one of the best places you can come if you're trying to get into the entertainment industry. If you got talent and you coming over here to LA and you got the right connections, you gotta know how to network though. You can't be a mute. You know what I mean? You can't come over here and expect your talent and your music to get you there, because that's not what gets you there. It's a whole lot of footwork on the back end. You know what I mean? A lot of times, a lot of long nights, a lot of days where you don't even get paid. You're doing stuff just off the strength, just so you can make it to that next tier, and you got to go hard. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of artists want that get rich quick. Yeah. And it just doesn't happen, man. It just doesn't work like that. You know, you got to build up. It's like with anything in life. You got to build up a resume. Yeah. What's somebody going to want to work with you for if you ain't got nothing to show for it? You know what I mean? Value is value. So I would say run up your value, get everything that you need to get in line. And then when you ready and you feel like you ready, you got a cool little package, then come out here and then start networking.
Come with some.
And because your network is your net worth. Remember that. Network is the net worth.
All right. There y'all have it. I hope y'all listening. Definitely dropping some advice, some gems.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
For the last one, I want you to give one piece of advice to 21-year-old you. Where were you? What were you doing? Give one piece of advice to that guy.
One piece of advice that I would give to 21-year-old me is keep going and don't stop. Keep going, don't stop. I wouldn't change nothing.
Okay. You wouldn't be where you are.
I wouldn't change anything.
Okay, there you have it. All right, and before we go, I like to do this thing where we basically pass the torch. So what I'm gonna have you do is basically you're just gonna call out another artist that you fucks with, and we're gonna try to get them on a show. You're gonna pass the torch to them. We'll try our best to get them on the show next. Whatever. Okay. So any artist you got in mind, tell them to come on the show. Just say their name.
I would say from the camp, Vic West.
Vic West.
Okay. Vic West. He the next one coming up out of New School, man. All right. He our next artist, and bro's made a crazy improvement, and he's getting better and better by the hour.
So not by the day, by the hour.
So yeah, man. We loading up right over here, man, and we got a lot in store for y'all, man. It's exciting time.
Any last words?
I appreciate you for having us come out. I appreciate you for letting us come and talk.
What?
You know what I mean? Tell my truth a little bit and kind of introduce myself to the world. You know what I mean? I love what you got going on.
Appreciate
I want to say congrats to you. My boy is a powerhouse.
We trying to be,
300 interviews in a year.
For sure.
Niggas ain't working like that.
Can go on to YouTube, see.
So he deserves his flowers now.
Appreciate you, bro.
You know what I mean? So, and keep doing what you're doing, man. It's lovely especially for people that don't really have that outlet. and stuff like that, man. I love what you're doing.
Appreciate you. Go ahead and drop your social media one more time.
Yung Smurrf. That's YUNGSMURRF. Yung Smurrf.
All right, we out of here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, share, comment. Follow
Appreciate
my
y'all.
boy, run his streams up. Go view his music videos. West Side Playground, that's out. Keep running those views up.
Westy.
And like I always say, F what you talking about, because over here we mouthing out. Peace.
That part. Love.
Trap.